baggy, we just let him hang. Cockwell in my head, go ahead and kill your man. He too good, he too small, he can't be. He play bold and tough, that's Muggsy. Cause I pick him the best, don't judge me. I done had hate before, so don't love me. My childhood friends, the ones who got it worse before he even made the league. KG got it first, too fast, push it, no look past. Like I'm gliding in the rink when I skate past. Live city like Chris with a little flash. You can have MJD, I'm still getting past. Keep going till they stop me. Keep your foot on the pedals, coach taught me. I'm with the greats. He got game. I'm with the greats. He got game. From me, dog, to get to the top, clothes hanging in the door. I was shooting with a sock. I was playing in the alley. I was tearing up the block. Before you know that I had the fame, I would pull up in the drop. Buzzer beater, 1 second, game over. And they go party all night, that's a hangover. Feel bad, we ain't gon' make it in the practice, but I know we gon' run if we don't make it in the practice. I'm not a myth, did a little bit of film. Had problems with nobody, getting to the ring. I should've been the next hoop dream. Film how I live, even heard it from Bill Rap, the kid, send it in. 2-time All-State, Hall of Fame with the greats. Had battle with 23 and your boy number 8. Played against the best and I played against the greats. And I played against Kobe, that's employee number 8. I'm with the greats. He got game. 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 We all know Kevin Garnett, NBA Hall of Famer, also an NBA champion with the Boston Celtics who could talk a lot of shit. He was also player of the year in high school in South Carolina and Chicago. He teamed up with Ronnie Fields, Lakeith Henderson, and Michael Wright to form a high school super team. Do y'all know him? That's me, Jimmy Sanders. 2-time All-Stater, 2-time All-City, to go along with 2 city championships. I was ranked number 22 in the country behind guys like Kobe Bryant, Jermaine O'Neal, and Ronnie Fields.
Little J-Rock, little Jimmy Sanders, man, one of the coldest, man. Yeah. Straight up, man. Little Jimmy was a cold kid, dog. He was talking cold cash shit. He was talking with Billy, he had all the... You know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a whole bunch of them out there. He was like, oh, that's him? He was just whooping.
Yeah. He didn't back down. He was the shortest dude on the court.
Listen, he had Napoleon. I ain't know Napoleon. He had Napoleon syndrome, but Lil Jimmy was one of the ones that backed his talk up.
Yeah.
And he was slick at the mouth. He had a bunch of goons around. He was like,
little bitty self.
Mooch was over there. Oh, man, we not playing, Ronnie, man, we know. And I ain't really know none of that.
We wasn't worried about Garnett at all. Last year, we beat the #1 team in the country to win the city championship. To be honest, we didn't care how good they say it was. He didn't know we was some fucking dogs too. This ain't South Carolina, this Chicago, the toughest conference in America. We eat, shit, sleep basketball. And hey Garnett, stopping Jimmy Sanders was gonna be impossible. I can remember this like yesterday. I get a 911 page from my boy Billy Taylor. He was in tune with all the NBA pros. I pull over to a payphone. The first thing Billy say is, J-Rock, 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 that monster is here. The #1 player in the fucking country is transferring to faggot. And his name is Kevin Garnett. And J-Rock, he the real deal. From that day, every time we saw each other, it was a lot of shit talking. And with KG teaming up with Ronnie, they quickly became rock stars. Remember, we gotta play them 3 times in a month.
Everybody really don't remember that year. Garnett was the #1 senior in the state. Ryan was the #1 junior in the state. Mike Wright was the #1. Lakeith Henderson was their #1 sophomore in the state, and Michael Wright was the #1 freshman in the state. So you got 4 people at Faggot, #1 in the state.
This is the biggest police officer I have ever seen in my life. Westinghouse wins the opening tip and right away gets rid of it in a hurry. Jonathan Washington brings it across. Fields for 3, got it right off of the shot. He'll be that much better on other end. The house right back the other way. Fields, he'll take another 3. Didn't get that one. Nice job of clearing out by the house. Tywan Finley with the rebound. Now in the back door, Darius Williams sent to the floor hard. But called for shots even if he doesn't touch them. Make that David Stennis. The pace is for Garnett. Couldn't flag it down. That's an easy 2 for Tywan Finley. Frank Smith gives it up to Fields. Little turnaround for Garnett. And he'll right. Couldn't get it to fall. Garnett kept it alive for a second. Sanders comes away with it. Didn't have the numbers, but takes it in anyway. The little general. We had one in the first game. Now we got the real deal in this game. Jimmy Sanders, a heck of a player. Darius Williams. Sanders couldn't get it. Rebound by Finley. He had it blocked out of there. This has just been unbelievable so far. Harrison didn't get the jam. He was fouled on the way up by Wright. mean, this Jim play, this is a mess.
Awesome, off the chain, you know. So, I mean, KG came in, he was nappy hair. He was like this big goofy mod, you know. Man, little did we know, when him and Ronnie came in, they came in like a force field.
Sanders looking for somebody to work free. Finally decides to take it himself. Beautiful pass, even better blocked by Garnett. Fields is off. Rebound pulled down by Smith. Dumps it inside to Garnett. There you go. Wolf. That's all they know him as. Wolf. Little running roller by Taiwan Finbury, a shooter right now. Get the ball into the big hoss inside. They know those red lights are on. Steve Farragut, we got about a minute left in the first quarter. Garnett kicks it back out. Smith for three. Got it. All these games is nothing. Let's get it out the way, y'all. Now Williams will drive. Had it knocked away by Garnett. Shot from the outside, taken in. This is the three from the corner by Smith. Didn't get it. And now here comes Sanders. Sanders with a nice no-look pass up and in. The Sox played college football at Stanford. And he made the mistake one time of coming back when John Elway was scrambling. He said, get yourself better shots. That's a forced shot. Turnover against the Admirals. Easy lay-in for Rep. Gave it off to Rome. They finally get it inside to Garnett. Turnaround move, knocks that down. Inside to Garnett. Another turnaround, another bucket. 5. Williams, put it up, get it out of there.
And with that block, Kevin Garnett has just broken the Proviso West tourney record, 22 blocks in the tournament.
Sanders by himself puts it in for 2. 14 seconds left. Washington. Jam foul by Kevin Garnett.
Cleans up all mistakes.
11 points for Kevin Garnett in the opening half.
From this point forward, Garnett about to show the city it's showtime.
Fields. Garnett, nice touch pass to right.
What a group. He erases mistakes.
Sanders, a nice pass on the baseline. Garnett says, forget that. Get it out of here. Guys says, hey, you got a block, but you gave the ball back to the other team, so it's no good. There's another block. There's a block. Proviso. Wright got in on the act there. That's goaltending. Couldn't get it to fall. Finley again. Had it blocked. Backdoor cut. Garnett is there. Showtime here. Garnett with another block. Pulled down double tonight
For Kevin Garnett. There's 11.
Every time these guys go to the field, will take the 3. Doesn't get it, but the rebound underneath by Wright. Couldn't put it back in. There you go. Kevin Garnett. Didn't matter. Garnett came down the rebound. Here we go. And that was a dangerous play.
And that one, they're going to score it, call it intentional foul.
It can convert this possession. Get it to the big man. Garnett dumps it in, got the roll. It's just by presence right now. Fields. Had it knocked away. Sanders all by himself. Black is open. Everybody give me. Hello. Mike is open, man. We get that half court, he's wide open. Let's see if they get it indeed to Michael Wright. Ronnie Fields will put it up off glass. How's that? And it's starting to slip away from Westinghouse. Stennis back. Fields inside to Garnett. Turnaround jumper, got it. You cannot stop that. Sanders takes the jumper and got it to go down. Something spectacular. Smith for 3, didn't get it. Garnett with the rebound. How's that?
But it does get, got the reverse lay-in anyway.
Oh, baby!
Lay-in anyway.
Oh, baby! Can somebody put one more onto the highlight reel before we get out of here? Here we go. And Fields couldn't finish it off. They don't get that one. Dick in my life.
It's favorite thing in the whole world.
39 seconds remaining. It just won't go for Maurice Woodford. The Farragut Admirals, they are the champions of the Proviso West Holiday Tournament for 1994. They win it by 20 over Westinghouse.
What a great, great game.
Well, Dave, we said it was two guys, but we also said Westinghouse had a nice team. I think we saw that, but I think what we saw tonight is the one guy, Kevin Garnett, was so intimidating inside, he changed everything Westinghouse tried to do.
Yeah, he did. He just comes right over to Elmer Harrison. I think this speaks volumes about this kid. He came out, he played a great game, but he also is a solid kid. I think Kevin Garnett is going to be welcomed with open arms in the Chicago area, and although he's only been here for a few months, we're claiming him as our own.
Kevin Garnett, 26 points, 18 rebounds, 10 blocks. Wherever you are, you get a triple-double in a high school game, you're doing the job, and Ronnie Fields had 22 points as Farragut wins it 83-63 over Westinghouse.
We sitting in the locker room after the game like, what the fuck was that? We never played against nobody like that. We knew from that point forward, it was gonna be a dog fight. The whole game, all Garnett did was run his mouth like he was trying to punk us. We gotta play them again in about a week. Hey Garnett, we kids off the west side of Chicago. Ain't nobody gonna punk us, man. We had to raise our game to another level if we got any shot of beating them.
You know, and that's what threw people off.
Yeah, he knew how to split. He was splitting pick and rolls. Yeah. I was like, Jay, man, like real talk. I had a lot of respect for Jay, and we used to run into each other a lot on the street and a lot of different places and stuff.
Yeah.
It's game 2. This time we was much prepared. Coach Conditi had us practicing, shooting over hockey sticks like that's KG. And that's when I came up with the teardrop. Get deep in the paint and toss it up real high. Down by 14, we went on a 13-0 run to cut it to 1 with 3 minutes to go. Westinghouse came out in attack mode, and I was leading the ship. Garnett was unstoppable. We had no bigs. Our tallest guy was 6'5", and we was right there, a chance to win. Then Ronnie Fields capped us off with a nasty lean-in dunk. This was my coming out party. I was being labeled as the top point guard in the city. My confidence level was high, and every time I saw Garnett in the hood, I was talking mad crazy, cause we knew we could beat them. The pressure is on them. The last game is at our place, Westinghouse. Westinghouse was like the Madison Square Garden during that time, and nobody was beating us at home. This the game Garnett became a pro, and the game I became a legend.
He came into the game, he had a flu. He was asking for aspirin before the game he was starting. He was dizzy, so he was lightheaded. And I looked at his head. You can't be lightheaded and not be covered, With Westinghouse crammed over his back, they pushed him, they did everything. Man, he was like a warrior.
They call it the game of the decade. No social media, just newspapers and word of mouth. It was about 3,000 to 4,000 people in the gym, and they said it was about 5,000 people who couldn't get in. I knew Garnett was sick the night before, but I ain't care about none of that.
Oh my God, we used to make so much money off selling them tickets. It used to be like the whole entire city was there.
Get out of class a period early to go outside and sell tickets, $20. $20 a ticket. We making $200 a player, couple before the game even start.
Fields for three, got it. Sanders takes the jumper and got it to go down. Oh, baby!
What I remember is getting prepared for the Farragut Westinghouse game. We used to use a hockey stick. You know what I mean? Use a hockey stick to play to defend everything. So we used to all practice it, but he using the hockey stick, throwing everything like he KG.
Paper fall grows.
Sanders looking for somebody to work free. Finally decides to take it himself. Little turnaround for Garnett.
So when the actual day came, man, it was crazy. People everywhere. Hang from the Raptors, you know, J-Rock, you know, everybody was like Dick Vitale should be there or something, you know, it was awesome.
Westinghouse gym packed, sold out, packed. And you know, Westinghouse, and at that time, you could let many people in the gym you want to let in the gym.
Paper fall grows.
Sanders by himself.
I just remember, man, Jimmy being relentless, going to the hole, and dishing the ball, you know what I mean, shooting threes, and you know what I mean, really playing at his highest extent.
Little running roller by Taiwan Finley. Shot from the outside, taken it.
Yeah, that game.
Trying to kill us.
Yeah.
He was scared. He had 30-some points. He shoot floaters and everything, kept trying to get it. And he doing everything.
Wade, this is the best.
I remember Jimmy doing an amazing up and under on him, and the whole crowd and the whole stadium was just like awed by it, because it was like this little 5'6" guy just pump faked the 6'11" guy and went up underneath him and floated up. It was like an amazing shot to see from a guy so short, but that's the Jimmy Sanders that we knew.
Garnett is there to say, get it out of here. And there you go. And now we got the real deal in this game. Jimmy Sanders, a heck of a player.
And the way we was running, it was just like, they was trying to find out where you was at. By the time they scored, dunked on us, or whatever they did, you know, Westinghouse got the ball in bounds, it was gone again, back down there.
Jimmy Sanders that we knew would go with anybody, high intensified. 6'11" wasn't no problem for Jimmy Sanders.
Beautiful pass. Make that David Stennis. The little general. By Kevin Garnett. This has just been unbelievable so far. Harrison. Sanders, a nice pass on the baseline.
We up 9 points going into the fourth quarter. I know we gonna win this game. It's nowhere in here we losing this game at home. Garnett wasn't blocking shots like he was in the first 2 games. In the first 3 quarters of this game, I was the best player on the court. But the fourth quarter, it was all Garnett's. All Garnett's.
I forgot he gave it all us to us in the fourth quarter, because in the beginning, we like, okay, M and Dave, them holding this nigga down. They got him. I don't know what happened. I don't know who walked in the jail. The real just going boom.
You are listening
boom.
to
Yeah, he was playing. Yeah.
There you go. Kevin Garnett. They finally get it inside to Garnett. Turnaround move. Get it to the big man, Garnett.
I call this like the Michael Jordan flu game for Kevin Garnett. I still got those memories after the ball game. He collapsed in the middle of the floor.
Inside to Garnett. Another turnaround, another bucket.
One play, Garnett had to call the timeout because he stopped right there in the middle of the floor. And was like, I need a timeout. And Wolf had to give him a timeout or whatever.
They said, Coach, you got to come take him out of the game. I said, who? I looked at him. They said, you got to come out here, Coach. I said, so he said, Coach, you got to come out here. So I go out there and I said, Kevin, you all right? Kevin said, man, I'm dizzy. I'm seeing double.
Garnett took our soul in the fourth quarter. We gave up 30 points in the quarter, and Garnett had most of those. I blame myself cause I stopped being aggressive. I shoulda had 40. Much respect to KG and Faggot for bringing the buzz to the city that we never seen before. And one last thing, in 3 games, Kevin Garnett never blocked my motherfucking shot. I know I didn't make it to the NBA, but I still got a story to tell. Playing in high school, I was a 2-time All-Stater, 2-time All-City, 2-time All-Area, to go along with 2 city championships. Chicago legend, I am Jimmy Sanders.
8'6" Jimmy Sanders up off the glass. Might have been some contact, but it's the house the other way. Here's Sanders. Jimmy Sanders.
You run out of things to say. You really do. He's just so amazing.
Knew that he was going to be something special because his size. It was just, nobody his size, probably besides Carl Go-Go Gaston, somebody that was before him, that was already low to the floor. They couldn't press him. The press break was nothing because they couldn't stop him at all.
He was just a really fast, point guard who, when you first meet him, I think he kind of fooled people because of his size,
Jimmy Sanders, the basketball player, the most electrifying player at his size. Quick, can shoot the ball, can handle the ball, and he was a great leader.
And the tradition of Westinghouse great guards. Oh,
look at that.
What a pass.
Oh, my.
Adidas and Nike used to give us things. Jimmy, man, man, he walked around like, you would think this dude was like a local celebrity or something, man. Back in the day, he had the curls and stuff, man. So that was the thing. Man. He had the Band-Aid. He always like set his own trends, man. So, from the Band-Aid to the on the hand, you know what I mean, to the hard stop with the crossover, it's so many good things. With Jimmy I can remember, but I remember he was had the way with the women too.
We started off playing at BBF and in the alleys, in the houses. Games got so serious at times, people kick holes through the wall.
Jimmy Sanders, best point guard I've ever played with in my entire basketball career.
You just knew if you run down the court with Jimmy, you better keep your head up, or you're gonna take a ball off the nose.
Nutrier ball out of bounds right in front of us. That was Jimmy Sanders.
Release this beat today.
The story was on from there, baby. It was glory days.
Jimmy always had this drive where he wanted to beat everybody. And he was one of the, I would say, the one player I hated playing against because I knew it was going to be a battle and he was going to try to kill you.
Placing on the track, boy.
Release this beat today.
After being the shortest player in 25 years to be named All-City and All-State my junior year, it was tough losing to KG and Ronnie 3 times and being eliminated by Carver's Nick Irvin in the quarterfinals. But that drove me. That made me want to work harder. And me and Coach Chris Head, we turned up the workouts to another level. And I can remember Chris saying this to me: nobody's gonna stop you. Nobody. You're gonna be the best guard in the country. Nobody is gonna stop you. And from that spring day, it was the run of a lifetime.
Chris Head was a motivator. And I always tell people about this. It was either you was gonna destroy the team or you had a consequence to pay.
We played AAU basketball together. Chris Head was our coach.
Yeah, this is for
And Jimmy was the leader of the team.
Our first major tournament, MVP, leading the Hawks to the championship. And now I'm playing with other school superstars. We even beat 7-footers with all guards.
And it was simple. I mean, we were the inventors of small ball. We would get boxed out, sit on their knees, get the ball to Jimmy, and just beat him up and down the court.
Beating Carawell and those guys, it morphed into like, no one's gonna beat us.
It was great, honestly. I mean, it was like David versus Goliath, you know, and especially after we lost to them earlier in our careers. But to defeat that team in our hometown was a great victory for the whole program.
Now we're in Indiana. I remember we had 7 players, and I led across my teammates in the back seat the whole ride there. We was missing 5 key players, so Chris said I had to score more, and that I did, averaging 30 and winning the 2nd MVP so far.
I mean, this guy was like relentless, like to the point where his face was on the front of the suntan.
Jimmy was gonna get us wrong. If Jimmy's penetrating to the basket, you better be ready, or you better be setting up for a 3. I camped out behind the 3-point line. Jimmy would just penetrate, boom, here.
I think he was averaging like 30 and 15.
We would get the rebound and outlet to Jimmy, and he would go. I mean, he would pull up for 3-pointers, you know, on a fast break, pass it, no-look passes, behind-the-back passes.
We flew out to Nebraska for the annual Mr. Basketball tournament. My name is ringing and everybody in the country is wondering who is this little guy who's destroying everybody. My stock is rising. Team Illinois Hawks won the tournament and I went home with the MVP, my 3rd so far.
That whole summer, it was Jimmy Sanders. And who would have thought?
We had offense that summer. It was get the ball to Jimmy and go. And that's what we did. He led us. I mean, he led us where we won like 70-something games that summer. He won multiple MVP awards that summer. It was a great summer for all of us who participated.
Now it's time for the biggest tournament of the summer, the AAU Championship.
We beat Tracy McGrady. We beat a team from Boston who had 2 players, 2 twins on that team. One went to UMass, one went to Georgia Tech. And obviously we beat South Carolina Midlands, Jermaine O'Neal, he went pro the following year after high school. And we beat Virginia in the championship. And that was just a magical run. We didn't know we were gonna win 8 games and take home the championship.
This whole summer was the Team Illinois Hawks show. I was just leading the way. I was playing with dogs. Leonard Miles was spectacular. We became the first team in Illinois to win the AAU championship, and I was playing out of my mind, winning the MVP or the biggest tournament, my 4th. Me and Coach Chris flew down to the Adidas camp for the last 2 days. I had a chance to play against Kobe. Just say I felt like I was the best player when I left. And 2 weeks later, I get a call from my boy Billy Taylor. He told me to meet him at Mount Prospect and bring your A game.
Man, we had this guy, man, you know, may he rest in peace, man. His name was Billy Taylor, man. And he was just like in tune with these NBA guys, man. And he used to deal with us too in the same manner. And he like kind of figured out a way to have us together. So he used to take us out in Mount Prospect to this beautiful gym. He used to call it the Rexplex, man. And we went out there one day and he didn't tell us, man. It was like a surprise, man. He had Marbury, Allen Iverson there. It was another guy, man, that was cold. I believe his name was Nick. he was jumping Harold Miner or something. I think the guy went, man, I was like, man, Jimmy like, oh man, we finna get into this. I'm like, you ain't scared, bro. I'm like, he was not, man. You know what I'm saying? These guys, he went right to contender. You know what I mean? And to the point where they was defending him, respecting him like he was like they level. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that was an extraordinary experience. I never forget, man. I remember Stephon, he was so cold with the ball handling. But Jimmy like, man, no, I'm learning. I done learned already with y'all, so I'm finna be a dog right with you. And Billy used to always mess and talk crazy. And I was like, man, he's too soft. You ain't gotta have that dog in you. You know, and Jimmy like, man, Jimmy was walking the gym like he was 6'5" like me. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, man, he came right at them guys, back and forth, back and forth. I'll never forget that, man. That was the greatest experience ever, because an NBA player versus a regular high school player is a tremendous difference. But me playing out there and watching Jimmy with them guys, and I'm like, man, he used to make me feel like, man, I looked up to him like, man, this dude here 5'7", man, play like he's 6'10". So I'm 6'5", I can't go out there and miss nothing. But hey, he still kept me motivated too, though, you know, at the same time. So you can't knock J-Rock for that.
Think about the last 4 months I had. I even came home and won another championship in MVP, beating the best men's team in Chicago, solid gold in the championship game. I was cooking people, and really to that point, I never thought about playing in the NBA, but after the summer I had, I thought it could be possible. Nobody could stop me. Nobody could match my speed. And I was ready to show the city what I've become. But we had a problem. Frank Grossetto was named Westinghouse basketball coach. Frank was cool, but we all wanted Chris to get the job. He recruited us. He trained us. So I was gonna transfer over to Farragut and play with Ronnie if Chris didn't get the job. But Chris said, Jimmy, you ain't transferring nowhere. Frank Grossetto is the coach, and we gonna win.
Westinghouse has 13 seconds to tie it up. Sanders with 5. Jimmy pulls up, drains it for 3.
Crowd. There she is. Look at mother. Look at mama. Look at his mom.
Now the only chance is if Westinghouse would foul on a 3 and it would go in.
He closed his eyes. He closed his eyes.
I almost started the season off perfect. It wasn't just about me. It was about me and my teammates trying to win the city championship. I was playing with dogs. Me and Dave Stennis was like Stockton and Malone, Adrian Coffey, Edmund Allen, Hanif Collins, dogs, Victor Bryant, Marvell Hennigan, Fred Nichols, dogs. And I felt like I was the best player in the city and the state.
I mean, he dribbled the ball past half court and the ball was going up. So there's nothing really you can do about anything like that, but hope he missed.
I was being recruited by all the major college coaches in America. My name was everywhere. I can remember Coach Grossetto used to have 2 sets of mail for me, one from college coaches, and girls from other schools wanted me to go on prom with them. I went on 8 proms. Every game was sold out. And I used to pull up to school in a 1984 box Chevy. It was wild.
Now Jimmy Sanders, 5'6", whole new squad. No, he'd only returned the starter. Only person probably came off the bench was Dave, probably. Dave Stennis was the only other player may have some experience besides Jimmy.
Led by the right person, Jimmy Sanders. Like, he was an all-stater, he was a leader. Jimmy was just kind of amazing. It's kind of hard to sum it up because I saw him do so many like spectacular things throughout his career. It's just, I don't know where you guys want me to start from, but he It was really the catapult. He was the head of the entire body. We had an arm, leg. Jimmy was always the head, vocal leader, got the team together. We knew if the coach wasn't there when it was time to start practice, Jimmy would always orchestrate, coordinate that. So Jimmy was like, he deserved all the praise that he received.
Nine months, 21 days, and 14 hours since losing to Kevin Garnett and Ronnie Fields for the third time. That's all I thought about all summer is how Kevin Garnett was talking mad crazy to me. Me and Ronnie, we go way back. Childhood friends who competed against each other since we were 6 years old. Ronnie was the next Michael Jordan, the highlight reel who demanded much attention. That summer, every time I saw Ronnie Fields, I said the same thing to him. Garnett ain't here no more. Garnett ain't here no more. It's just me and you. And this season, Faggot is target number one. From the first game, I showed Faggot how it's gonna be all season long.
Ronnie had buddies on that team forever. Him and Jimmy been around each other since grade school. They watched each other come on up through the parks and playing with each other and playing against each other.
This is revenge. 34 points on 11 of 14 shooting to go along with 10 assists, 6 rebounds, and 5 steals. I put on a show in front of a crowd of about 4,000 people. My teammates knew how important this game was to me, so they kept feeding me. It was my night, and by the third quarter, it was over. We put the clamps on Ronnie. He used to get 3-4 dunks a game. Today, he got none. This was about Jimmy Sanders. And at the end of the game, the whole crowd was chanting my name, Jimmy Sanders. That's one down with 3 more to go. We'll see Ronnie and Faggot in the future.
And let's take a look at some of the key players for this game. We'll start by talking about Westinghouse. Westinghouse was in this championship game 1 year ago. They ran into Ronnie Fields and Kevin Garnett of Farragut. They don't have that kind of opposition, but that night Jimmy Sanders had a great game. He's had a great tournament so far. He's one of the smallest players on the floor, but he's definitely one of the biggest contributors to the success of the Westinghouse team.
Yeah, I like those small guys. They go out and do their job, and especially when you play defense like Sanders, and I think that's the key with this guy, handling the ball, making all his teammates a little better when he does and plays his type of game. So he is a key, and Westinghouse seems to always be well coached. Defense played here.
Lacey and Ingram to tip it up. Story off the roll, puts it up and makes that shot a little short. Loose ball pulled down by Ingram, and Victor Bryant, number 33, in the game for Westinghouse, and demonized there by Mike Griffin. Get back to rebound. Finds an open man, Marvell Hennigan, that was blocked, has the ball. Sanders had his pass picked off. Story, nice bounce pass to Griffith, and then a dunk. I want every once in a while.
Yeah, that was nice.
And now Griffith will take the shot at point lead. It's a 10-0 run.
Love him right now.
Story underneath. Stennis missed the second free throw, and then the ball taken away. Walter Smith couldn't finish. Allen hit 1 of 2. Proviso West lead is 11. Proviso West commits a turnover, and Jimmy Sanders with his first 2 points of the game.
Helped turn the team around a little bit.
Dish to Stennis, and he gets 2. Allen knocks it down. Ed ran out of options on the baseline. Stennis kept it alive. Now Stennis goes to the rack for 2. Knocked away.
That's what's kept them in the game. Right here. Golden.
Count that. Watch the pass by Sanders, right on the money.
It's good. We know you can jump. You know you can do all that, but you're costing me when you do that. You know that's goaltending.
2. Didn't get the roll, but Stennis is there for the rebound.
I'm very much impressed with this Stennis and his work ethic. This little run has given them a little more energy, and his defense is worked up. Nice break here. Beautiful pass.
Collins working his way in again and got the roll. It was the 10th team foul on Proviso West. It is pulled away by Smith. Allen got there to retrieve it. Sanders kicks it out. Penny kicked it out. That's Hoyt looking for 2 more. Didn't get it. Sanders with the rebound. He's got a lot of options as he comes up the floor. Sanders lost his man, knocks down the J.
You know what? He's had a few shots over there. Get him tuned up and he starts hitting that. It's turned into a different ball game.
Hoyt got the roll. That will end the first half. Proviso West had a big lead early. They'll go to the locker room at the half, leading Westinghouse by 6 in the championship game of the Proviso West Holiday Tournament. Second quarter, but Westinghouse is a little way to go. Here's a good start for them. Heath Collins makes the steal and lays it in. Jimmy Sanders with the ball. He's been relatively quiet so far, but it starts to make a little more.
Pulling into possession rather than throw it away.
For the tie, didn't go. And now Griffith runs the other way behind the back pass. How's this?
Nice pass.
Stennis gets another shot at it. He'll put it in this. The House down by 4. Make it down by 2.
Now the offense is heating up with that one-on-one penetration.
Griffith. 2 on the other end to Allen. Now on the inside, Collins, who is coming off the bench. Pass a little too hot to handle. Allen going the other way. Sanders. And yet another turnover going the other way. Here's Allen.
Nice pass.
Sanders on Travis Smith. Trying to get a screen and clear out. Went to the hole and got fouled.
Boy, he's taking him to the hole, isn't he? He's making things happen. Boy, he's in there. Nice choice. Get him back out. Get in the hands of your playmaker. See what we can do right here.
Sanders got away from his man, put it up off the glass and in.
And he called that. He called that. I heard it. They're not getting inside as often. And they're throwing the ball away right there.
Steal by Sanders, put ahead to Hennigan. He had it blocked. Great play by Jerry Johnson. Here's Story. Remaining in regulation, and it's all even.
A little showtime. A little action. I like it.
Sanders, nice beautiful pass in the 4th quarter. Hennigan.
Too easy.
Gets onto the score sheet and cut into a 4-point lead. Good battle going on between Stennis and Ingram underneath. Stennis over Ingram, got it.
I do believe Hennigan.
Turnover again. Allen. Westinghouse has their first lead of the game. The chance to tie. 1 minute left. Griffith got it.
Sanders needs the ball right now. There you go. Make something happen.
Half a minute to go.
I get down about 12 seconds and call a timeout.
All right, time to play basketball now. That's a 2. Stennis. Westinghouse leads. It's over. Proviso West will look back on 25 turnovers, Norm.
Well, they're lucky. When you have that many turnovers in a ball game, you're lucky to stick around that long and that much. But at the same time, I thought the offensive things together offensively.
But they just hung in, Norm. They fell behind early. They weren't playing well, but they just kept sticking around.
Well, you know what? They play defense.
Your offense will slip at times, but if you work at your defense, it will never take a day off.
Not at all. When you get fast break points, when you come up with turnovers, like 25 turnovers, and you turn those into points, you're going to win most of your ball games.
It sure is tough accepting that second place trophy. But a great tournament by Proviso West. And what a great game by Westinghouse, and what a great effort in the final moments by David Stennis. The Warriors are the champions of the Proviso West Holiday Tournament.
After beating Proviso West at their crib in the biggest holiday tournament in the country, this team was riding high, 12-0, and I was playing the best basketball of my life. We was getting ready for the toughest conference in America, the Red West. No time to celebrate. And I was faced with the toughest competition of my life. Manly's point guard, Theophilus Price. Nobody said it'd be easy. Nobody.
Theophilus his freshman, sophomore year. I don't remember Theophilus almost his junior year. But we played them, right? It's this boy. I go look in the book, Harry Brooks. Who is this boy? That's Theophilus Price, and this now I said, okay.
Jimmy Sanders versus Theophilus Price. Those are some very good battles. Theophilus Price, he was pretty good, but he wasn't a Jimmy Sanders, but those are like some of the best battles because he was, Theophilus was like named one of the top point guards in the state.
Jimmy had focus in his mind when we came to Manly that he was going to destroy Theophilus.
It's now I said, okay. He get out, he called. The first person from the time Jimmy at Westinghouse, sophomore, junior, senior year, I really saw somebody that was like, Adam, I ain't letting you touch the ball. I'm at you. If you get this ball, you got to come with 3-4 crossover because I'm still finna be right here in your face. And when you cross me over, guess what? I'm jumping right back over there, try to block your shot. I'm just going. I mean, the battles between them two.
I got the best in the first game. He got in foul trouble early and I took advantage of it. Even though I played well, we lost the game to a Marcus best 3 at the buzzer. One thing I hate is losing. They gave us our first loss.
Not only did they not think that Jimmy, at first couldn't play because he's this little guy on the court, but the team wasn't that big, but they just played so hard and they took on his personality. I think he probably wanted to prove to everybody that he could be the best.
I was getting busy, getting my second career triple-double, going tooth and nail for Player of the Year with Ronnie Fields. We even took our talents to Joliet, Stillman, 28-game home win streak on the line, and we snapped it. And after the first quarter, the Joliet crowd was chanting my name, Jimmy Sanders. It was gang green, running and gunning.
We were so charged up, man, so excited because, man, Jimmy came back with that wave.
It's that time again. Faggot versus Westinghouse, Jimmy versus Ronnie, and this time we're at home, sold to full capacity. In the first half, they doubled and triple teamed me, holding me to only 6 points. While Ronnie, he was putting on a dunk fest. But things would change when I hit a 50-footer at the buzzer to end the half, and that turned me loose. See, what y'all don't know is that me and Ronnie wasn't just playing to be the best player in the city and the state. We was playing to be the best player in our neighborhood. I quickly came out and took control, splitting double teams, getting it off the boards, and pushing it. In the second half, me, Edmund, and Marvell was gone running at the same time, and he was shooting over 3 people. I thank Ronnie for that. I didn't care about nothing. I had to beat Faggot and Ronnie Fields. And in the second half, I was the best player in the city. Now it was Jimmy 2 and Ronnie 0.
But those games were very exciting, things that you'll never forget and you can tell your grandkids about. Jimmy Sanders versus Ronnie Fields battle.
We even got better. 2 major players returned to the team. High jumping slasher Fred Nichols and the best rebounder in the state, Adrian Coffey. We was finally at full strength.
SinFeedStyle.com. Jimmy always managed to be the one, the stability person. Okay, he had some people on his team that were probably like ours, you know, they wanted to win so bad, but he always brought the stability to the team, and kind of they rallied around him to get back, you know, to win those games. But there were some great games.
SinFeedStyle.com. You talk about a hype game, Jimmy Sanders versus Theophilus Price Part 2, it's game bangers everywhere. Now I'm at home, and I ain't gonna lie, Theophilus Price came to my home and fucked me up this time. I got in foul trouble early, sitting out almost a quarter while he was on the court going to work.
Westinghouse, 3 times. Westinghouse, they beat us. They beat us at Manly.
And they kind of had our number kind of early in the year. They had beat us twice, once at their place and once at our place.
I remember reading in the papers the next day, Coach Michael Clark saying Theophilus Price was better than Jimmy Sanders. I kept that in the back of my mind. We had other problems. We lost to the worst team in the conference. It rocked the city. We wasn't playing Westinghouse basketball. You can call it a letdown, but in the Red West, anybody could be anybody at any time. We're in a slump, and the pressure is on me to get us back going again. I remember telling Chris going over the Faggot. I said, Coach, we're in a slump. I'm going for 50 today. Chris Head looked at me. He didn't say nothing, but he saw it in my eyes. He knew I was going for 50. Somebody made that call. Take Jimmy Sanders out. They must have knew I was going for 50 today. That was a dirty play. So they couldn't stop me. So their only option was to take me out. I'm back. It's the city playoffs. And the next goal is to get to the city championship and play against Ronnie and Faggot for the championship. But I got a call in the middle of the night saying Ronnie Fields got into a car accident and he broke his neck.
I just stay at Jimmy crib all the time, so it was like 4 in the morning. You get a call, Jimmy get a call, like, I'm like, man, what's up, man? He like, man, Ronnie just in a car accident, man. I'm like, he all right? He like, no, man, I ain't looking good. And then we turned out, man, Ronnie had broke his neck.
You know, the players knew each other real well, whatever. When Ronnie got hurt, that was another sad moment that people might not know, like, ooh, he hurt, we finna beat their ass. No, Ronnie was hurt. We was like, come on. I mean, our players and coaches, we was like, man, what happened? You know, we was so concerned about what happened because we was concerned.
The city was in shock, everybody was in shock. We was just about to go into the city playoffs. And we was like, man, you know, Jimmy like, man, that's unfortunate, man, but we gotta win. I like winning. We gonna win, you know what I mean? So Jimmy like, man, we started 7 a.m. practices and stuff, and man, this guy was just focused, man, and all of a sudden, man, he just led us all the way downstate.
No Ronnie, I'm the best player in the state right now, and I'm gonna show it. My teammates is ready, and we got one goal, winning the city championship. First round, took care of business. 16 points playing in only 1 quarter.
I can't say this how Jimmy was thinking or how Jimmy was feeling or if Jimmy, that's what Jimmy, but I know Jimmy. And again, it came down to Ronnie ain't playing. Ronnie #1 junior in the state. It's my class. I'm the #1 player in the state right now.
You talk about revenge, yeah, or y'all beat us the last time, but now we playing like dogs again, and today you have no shot. This is a playoff game.
And so Jimmy was, like I said, everybody knew him from, he was well known across the city as far as basketball.
It'll be Koida jumping for New Trier. Westinghouse up with it very quickly. Yeah, baby, yeah. Nice. And the turnover by New Trier. Quickly the other way. Edmund Allen lays it up, and it's good.
We almost gave one away to Dunbar in the 3rd round. Up by 8 points with 46 seconds. Guy almost pulled the Reggie Miller on us, but we survived.
Field goes this quarter, off of the state.
Jimmy Sanders, killer 3, off to the States. And re-stolen by Sanders, he'll cruise in for 2.
Up next, Manly and Theopolis Price Part 3. This game is for my legacy. I couldn't forget how he did me the last time. And I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't sleep the night before, but I was ready. And then the first half, I was awful. It was like I was losing my confidence to him. 0 for 7 from the field, I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't Jimmy Sanders.
They got the best of us in the second quarter, and Jimmy started getting frustrated. Like, man, this guy here, man. You know what I mean? So it's like I talked to him. I was like, man, you the coldest dude ever, man. You don't need to let this guy let you down. I mean, you can kill this dude with no issue. Jimmy came back out in the second half and went crazy on him.
Thanks to Sean Lee, he gave me that, man, you the greatest. Ain't nobody better than you talk. And when he said that to me, I came out in the second half, and it was all Jimmy Sanders.
I think he was down like 7 at that time, and he was kind of sluggish. But it was after that, I think Jimmy scored like the next 13 points, and we ended up getting that game and going to the quarterfinals, to Final Four in order to play for the championship that year. So Jimmy was very determined and destined not to let us lose that game.
That quarterfinal game,
Lease this beat today.
Sanders had to make another decision. Either Theophilus Price take his team home, or I take my team home. And Kadati them put these uniforms, JIMNY put these uniforms up, and I don't play no more basketball at Westinghouse.
Jimmy came back out in the second half and went crazy on him. Like, it's like, man, it's like a boxer in a ring that you like, man, you knocked him out already. Stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy went crazy on him. You know what I mean? Then we ended up winning that game, and we were so charged up, man, so excited because, man, Jimmy came back with that wave. Like, man, this guy's not going to destroy me. I know who I am.
We had to walk through fire, and we did. Battling Theophilus Price during the season was a great honor. He brought the best out of me. They had better talent, but we had better coaching.
The key was coming out and spreading the floor and taking our time and move the ball, set screens. Just be patient because they're going to make you work for everything. Slow the ball down, look for the open man, rotate, and just keep it under control. That was our success in winning the game.
The last player on my revenge list, was Nick Irvin.
We're looking forward to playing them for a long time. So it's going to be a real good game. We'll come out, give it our best, and hope to come home with a win.
Last year, Carver eliminated us in the quarterfinals. I had the flu. I didn't play that much, but no excuses. Nick Irvin tore our ass up. I was praying we see them in the playoffs. And this time, they didn't have a shot.
Back inside the UIC Pavilion for one game to determine who will go to the IHSA Class AA quarterfinals. Westinghouse and Farragut, the best two teams in the public league, meeting in the championship game. Jim Blaney along with Kenny McReynolds, and this way it ought to be, Kenny. Tournaments are nice. They're even better when you get the best two teams in the final.
Well, I tell you what, everybody thought these two teams would be here back in September when school first started. But then they lost Ronnie Fields, they being Farragut. Well, I tell you what, I don't think he's in the crowd today, but he's not forgotten. I also have my number 23 on. We all are hoping for a speedy recovery for the great Ronnie Fields.
Now, obviously, if Ronnie Fields were in this game, he would be the focus of the action. So we're going to go a little different route. The guys to watch in this game are the point guards. Let's start with Jimmy Sanders at Westinghouse. He's going to be one of the shorter players on the floor, but this guy can flat play the game, and he's causing a lot of Division I coaches a tough decision.
Well, I tell you what, if they don't jump on Jimmy Sanders, if he qualifies academically, a lot of Division I coaches will be making a big mistake. He's listed at 5'6". I don't know if he's that tall, maybe about 5'5", but this man can do so many things. He can score, he can penetrate, he can play defense. He's big time.
Farragut still made it to the championship game without Ronnie Fields.
I got a chance to get out the hospital, they got a game, so I got to make this game. At least to show some support and love down in the building. A lot of times you couldn't get in because it was always sold out. They weren't letting nobody in because they were over capacity. So this game, I probably got in and he did his thing.
I'm going out here, got my guys together. We finna play like Ronnie playing. We never took it as Ronnie ain't playing so we can go lighter. When Ronnie wasn't on the floor, Jimmy like, it's time to pick it up even more now. Cause these guys probably finna play for him. So I'm gonna make sure my soldiers, my teammates, we finna fall in line to play like Ronnie on that floor.
They trying to say our city championship is tainted cause Ronnie didn't play. With or without Ronnie, we was beating Farragut that day. We had an answer for Ronnie, but Farragut didn't have an answer for me. We would have swept them if they didn't try to take me out the last game. But this championship was truly a team championship. I call us the greatest defensive team of all time, forcing 26 turnovers against top 25 teams.
Happy Ronnie wasn't playing. We preferred Ronnie playing so the game could be even more where it was, so us winning the game would be like we won with Ronnie and not nobody guessing saying if Ronnie had a play, what would have happened. Because at that point, I ain't guaranteed saying we was, but we had already beat him twice with him being healthy. But it would have been even sweeter if he had a play.
Sanders on the move. Goes to the baseline. Oh, look at this. Reverse shot. He put it up, didn't get it, but he was fouled. Oh, with the left hand.
I do recall after the game, after we shook hands or whatever, Ronnie was there. Jimmy led his team to go shake Ronnie's hand. That's something should have been added into the newspaper. And that just showed the respect that we had for each other and players in the Red West.
In 4 games against Farragut, I averaged 25 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, shot 72% from the field, 63% from the three-point line, 92% from the free throw line on less than 1 turnover. I gave them boys that work all season long. We would go on to place 3rd in the state finals, having an outstanding season. To put the cherry on top, I was named All-City and All-State in back-to-back years at 5'6".
The Warriors, a 5'6" senior, number 14, Jimmy Sanders.
Foul.
New Trier has to have a 3. Handful attempted. No good.
Better foul him right away. That was a great play. Great play by New Trier. They set the double screen.
Unless Jimmy Sanders misses both and they throw in a 3 at the buzzer. Sanders just 2 of 4 at the line tonight.
That was good. That would make his mother proud. There she is. Look at mother. Look at mama. Look at his mom.
Now the only chance is if Westinghouse would foul on a 3 and it would go in.
He closed his eyes. He closed his eyes. He closed his eyes. Look at his mother saying, "That showboat son of mine."
They always said I was too small, but for me, size didn't matter. All those days playing in the alleys, playing on the monkey bars, and just being around my cousins and uncles and learning the game, this wasn't given to me. It was hard work. My moms, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, my teammates, my coaches, all drove me to be the best. I can remember the day Kevin Cockwell put that basketball in my hand. I can remember my mom's buying me that first Jordan Jammer. I can remember Kermit Thompson let me play on his team when everybody else told me no. I can remember nobody wanted me in grammar school but Chris Head. I can remember seeing in the Sun-Times, seeing the top 5 8th graders in the city, and I wasn't even in the top 100. I can remember playing at Hills my freshman year, playing freshman, sophomore, and varsity on the same day. Also going down state and coming in second. I can remember transferring to Westinghouse, being promoted to varsity my sophomore year, coming off the bench, hitting the game win at Farragut, A week later, hitting another game win at Lincoln Park to win the Red West. I can remember the same year beating King, the #1 team in the country, in the city championship game. Coming off the bench, scoring 9 points in the last 7 minutes, hitting the biggest free throws of my life. I can remember my junior year, coming to the stage, battling Kevin Garnett 3 times and putting up crazy numbers against them. Being selected to the first team All-City, the shortest player in 25 years. I know I didn't make it to the NBA, but I remember I had a chance.
Senior number 40, Adrian Coffey. For the Warriors, a 6'2" junior, number 30, Marvell Hennigan. At center for Westinghouse, a 6'5" senior, number 34, David Stennis. At one of the guards for Westinghouse, a 5'10" senior, number 5, Edmund Allen. The Warriors, a 5'6" senior, number 14, Jimmy Sanders.